I'm racing through the office, my flat slapping the linoleum, my pulse pounding in my ears. The conference room door glints ahead, a slab of frosted glass mocking my lateness. 15 minutes late. My phone's dead, my portfolio's slung over my shoulder, and I'm bracing for the usual storm of our family's event, planning business, shouted deadlines, clashing egos. I shove the door open. No storm, just silence. Thick, suffocating silence. 7 faces swivel toward me. My mother Diane sits at the table's head, her gold-rimmed glasses catching the light. My brother Nathan lounges to her left, his smartwatch blinking, his jaw tight. The board, our operations manager, 2 senior planners and 2 key clients stare at their laptops. Something's off. Way off. Lila Diane says, her voice sharp like she's signing a contract. Take a seat. I drop into a chair, my chest tight. My bracelet, a thin leather cord, with a single silver bead, a gift from my grandfather, twists around my wrist as I fidget. I pull at it, trying to ground myself. What's happening? I ask, scanning the room. No one meets my eyes. Nathan's tapping his foot under the table. We've reached a decision, Diane says, her hands clasped. As of today, your position as lead planner is terminated. The words slice through me. Terminated. My job. The role I've bled for over 6 years, turning Vance events from a small town outfit into a go-to for corporate galas across the Midwest. My logistics. My vendor networks, my sleepless nights. They've booked us gigs from Minneapolis to St. Louis. I blink, expecting a follow-up. Nothing. Why my voice shakes? I hate it. What's the reason? It's not about you, Nathan says, leaning forward. His eyes flicker, regret, maybe, or something darker. The board wants a fresh approach. I'm stepping in as lead planner. I stare at him. My brother. The kid I used to help with math homework. The one who'd sneak me coffee during all-nighters, promising we'd make this company legendary together. He's in a tailored blazer, now hair-gelled, looking like he's auditioning for CEO. This isn't the Nathan who hugged me at Grandpa's funeral, who said the bracelet's bead was for keeping us steady. This is a stranger. Fresh approach, I snap, turning to Diane. Mum, I've locked in every major contract. The Lawson Gala, the Tech Summit opening, those were mine. We're booked solid for 2 years because of me. She doesn't budge. The board agrees Nathan's strategy better suits our long-term goals. He's taking over. You'll get severance. Fair given the circumstances. Fair. My voice climbs. I can't stop it. I'm your daughter. I've built this place from nothing. Lila, don't drag this out, Nathan says, his tone clipped. It's settled. I scan the table. The operations manager Karen doodles on her notepad. The planners fiddle with their pens. The clients' execs I've spent years charming, whose events I've saved, stay mute. Betrayal claws at my gut, sharp and hot. This isn't a firing. It's a coup. When was this decided? I ask, my voice cold, now steady, because I wasn't at that meeting. Diane's lips thin. Last night. The vote was unanimous. Last night. While I was at home finalizing seating charts for our next event, they were here cutting me out of my own legacy. Our family's legacy. I touched the bracelet, the silver bead cool against my skin. Grandpa said it was for resilience, for standing tall when the world tries to knock you down. It feels hollow now. My clients, I press, the ones who trust me, they'll report to Nathan, Diane says. We've drafted transition plans. Your desk will be packed by tonight. Packed, like I'm a problem to be boxed up and shipped out. I stand my chair, screeching. You're wrong, I say, staring at Diane, then Nathan. You think you can wipe me out? Wait and see what happens without me. I walk out, chin up, bracelet glinting under the fluorescent lights. The hallway swims as tears burn my eyes, but I hold them back. Not here. Not now. In the stairwell alone, I yank the bracelet off and shove it into my pocket. My hands tremble. 6 years gone in a heartbeat. My family, my mother, my brother did this. They didn't just take my job. They shattered something I can't name. I drive to my loft, the city a blur of neon and concrete. My phone stays off, no texts, no calls. I don't want their excuses if they even bother. At home, I slump onto the couch, the bracelet tumbling from my pocket onto the rug. That silver bead glints accusing. Grandpa's voice echoes resilience. Lila, always resilience. I'm drowning, and resilience feels like a cruel joke. Then I see it. My tablet wedged in my bag holds every event plan I've crafted. Every vendor contract I've secured, every email proving I'm the one clients call when things go south. Vance Events thinks they can pivot without me, but they're mistaken. Nathan's strategy. It's my foundation, my systems, my trust. I sit up, my pulse racing. They want a fresh approach. Fine. I'll show them what Lila Vance can do when you push her too far. This fight's just started. I don't sleep. The loft is too quiet. The city's hum outside my window a dull roar. My tablet sits on the coffee table, its screen dark but taunting. Every contract, every email, every meticulously planned event, my life's work, is trapped inside. The bracelet lies next to it, the silver bead catching the lamplight. I want to throw it across the room. Grandpa's resilience feels like a betrayal now, just like Mom and Nathan. But I don't touch it. Not yet. Morning comes grey and heavy. I make coffee. The machines gurgle the only sound. My phone's still off. No one's reached out. Not Mom, not Nathan, not even Karen, who I thought was a friend. The silence stings worse than words. I sip the coffee bitter on my tongue and open my tablet. I need a plan, something sharp, something they won't see coming. I scroll through client emails first. Dozens of threads, years of trust. Lila, you saved our gala. Lila, we only work with you. Lila, you're the best in the game. My chest tightens. These aren't just contracts. They're relationships. I built them, not Nathan, not Mom, me. I pause on an email from Tessa Reed, VP at Horizon Tech. She's our biggest client, the one who signed a 7-figure deal for their annual summit, because I pulled off a miracle last year. 200 attendees, 0 hiccups. Tessa's last message, sent 2 days ago. Lila needs you for the Q3 kickoff. No one else gets us. I stare at the words. No one else. An idea sparks small but dangerous. My contracts have clauses, key person provisions. They name me as the primary contact, the one clients rely on. If I'm gone, those clauses could trigger breaches. Horizon Tech Lawson Corp. Half our portfolio they could walk. Nathan doesn't know these clients like I do. He's all flash, no follow-through. Mum's too busy with budgets to notice the details. I could pull the thread and watch Vance Events unravel, but it's a gamble. If I push too hard, I burn every bridge. If I don't, I'm admitting they were right to toss me out. I pace the loft, the bracelet's bead glinting from the table. Grandpa's voice creeps in. Resilience isn't revenge, Lila. It's rising. I shake it off. Rising sounds nice, but right now I want them to feel what I feel cornered, gutted, erased. I called Jenna, our former HR manager, who left Vance last year for a competitor. We've stayed close grabbing drinks when life gets heavy. She picks up on the second ring. Lila, you okay? It's early. They fired me, I blurt. Mom and Nathan, board meeting, no warning. She gasps. What, you're kidding? You're the heart of that place. Not anymore. My voice cracks. They voted me out last night. Nathan's taking my job. That's insane. Jenna says, her tone shifting sharp. Nathan, he can't handle your clients. He botched the Miller event last summer, remember? I do. Nathan forgot to confirm the caterer. I swooped in, saved the day, got the client's trust. Yeah, I say. I need advice, Jen. Off the record. Meet me, she says. Noon that cafe on 5th. Bring your tablet. I hang up, my pulse steadying. Jenna's smart knows. The industry knows Vance. She's my first ally. I shower, pull on jeans and a sweater and slip the bracelet into my pocket. I don't wear it. Not today. The bead presses against my thigh, a quiet reminder of who I'm supposed to be. I'm not sure I believe in it anymore. The cafe's buzzing when I arrive, clinking mugs, murmured conversations. Jenna's at a corner table, her auburn hair tied back, a latte steaming in front of her. She stands, hugs me tight. "You look like hell," she says, blunt as always. "Feel like it?" I admit, sliding into the seat. I tell her everything, the boardroom mom's coldness, Nathan's smug takeover. My voice stays low, but it shakes. Jenna listens, her eyes narrowing. "They screwed up," she says when I finish. "You're not just a planner, Lila. You're their edge. Those key person clauses gold. But you need to play this smart, not emotional." Smart how I lean forward, gripping my coffee mug. "Start with your clients," she says. "Don't poach them. That's a lawsuit. But remind them who you are. Tessa Reed. She'll flip when she hears you're gone, and check your contracts. You might have non-compete clauses, but they're only enforceable if the firing was fair. This smells like a setup. A setup, I frown. They're my family. Family can screw you worst," Jenna says, not unkindly. I saw weird stuff before I left. Nathan was cozying up to clients behind your back. And Diane, she's been stressed about cash flow. I bet they're planning something big like a merger, and you were in the way. A merger. The word lands like a brick. Vance Events has been courted before, but I always pushed back. I wanted us to stay independent, family run. Nathan, though, he'd sell out for a corner office. And Mom, she'd do anything to keep the books balanced. My stomach twists. "You think they're selling?" Maybe, Jenna says. "Dig into it. And get a lawyer. Someone who knows employment and contracts. I know a guy, Evan Carter. He's a shark." I nod, my mind racing. A merger. Nathan's sudden power grab. Mum's silence. It's starting to fit. I pull out my tablet, open the Horizon Tech contract. There it is in black and white, Lila Vance designated as key personnel. Termination of said personnel may constitute breach. I show Jenna. She whistles. "That's your leverage," she says. "But don't confront them yet. Gather ammo, talk to Tessa quietly, and watch their moves." I leave the cafe with a plan, fragile but real. Back home, I email Tessa, keeping it vague. "Big changes at Vance. Can we talk?" I don't mention the firing. Not yet. Then I call Evan Carter. He's brusque, all business, but agrees to meet tomorrow. "Bring every document you've got," he says. Sounds like they stepped in it. That night, I dig through my tablet, pulling every contract, every client note. I find a pattern. Nathan's been CC'd on client emails I never shared. He's met with vendors I introduced, claiming my contacts as his. My anger flares, but it's clearer now, focused. They didn't just fire me. They've been planning this for months. I'm about to shut down when an email pings. It's from Karen, the operations manager. Subject: "I'm sorry." My heart skips. I open it. "Lila, I didn't want to vote you out. Diane pressured us. She said it was for the company's future. I don't know what's going on, but something's not right. Call me if you need to talk." I stare at the screen. Karen's not lying. She's too straight for that. Pressure from Mom. Something's not right. I don't call her. Not yet. But her email is a crack in their armor. I save it, my first piece of evidence. The bracelet's still on the coffee table. I pick it up, the leather soft, the bead heavy. Grandpa gave it to me when I started. Advance said it'd remind me who I am when things got tough. I slip it on, hesitant. The bead rests against my wrist, cool and solid. I don't feel resilient. I feel furious. But maybe that's enough for now. I'm not done. Not by a long shot. Vance Events is about to learn what happens when you betray the one who holds it together. Dawn breaks cold and sharp. I'm already awake, hunched over my tablet. Coffee gone stale. The loft feels like a war room. Papers, strewn notes, scrawled, the bracelet tight on my wrist. The silver bead digs into my skin. A quiet pulse. Grandpa's words haunt me. Resilience is standing when they expect you to fall. I'm standing. Barely. But I'm not falling. Tessa Reed replies at 7:02 a.m. Her email's short. "Lila, what changes, call me. Now." I dial her, my stomach knotting. Tessa's not just a client, she's a titan. Horizon Tech Summit is Vance Events' crown jewel. Lose her, and the company bleeds. Lila, what the hell's going on? Tessa's voice is all edges. I got a transition email from some guy named Nathan. Says he's taking over. I don't know him. I know you. I take a breath. Careful, Lila. They fired me, Tessa, yesterday. Board decision. Nathan's my brother. He's lead planner now. Fired you? She laughs sharp and disbelieving. You're kidding. You're the reason we signed that summit. No one else could have pulled it off. What's Diane thinking? I don't know, I say honest. But I'm out. They're transitioning my accounts to Nathan. Not mine, Tessa snaps. Our contract names you, key person clause. They pull you, we can walk. And I will. My heart leaps. You'd do that. Damn right, she says. But I need to know you're still in the game. You going rogue, starting your own thing. I hesitate. Starting my own company. The thoughts cross my mind, but it's a leap capital client's risk. I'm figuring it out, I say, but I'm not done, Tessa. Not by a mile. Good, she says. Meet me tomorrow. 10 a.m., my office. Bring your plans. I hang up, adrenaline surging. Tessa's on my side. That's one client. I need more. I fire off emails to 3 others. Lawson Corp, Green Peak Summit Solutions. Vague professional big shifts at Vance. Let's talk. I don't beg. I don't need to. They'll call. Evan Carter's office is a sleek box of glass and steel downtown. He's younger than I expected, maybe 40, with a handshake like a vice. I lay out everything. Contracts, emails, Karen's message. The bracelet glints as I pass him my tablet. He skims, his eyes narrowing. This is a goldmine, Evan says, leaning back. Key person clauses in half your contracts. That's leverage. And the firing, no warning, no documented cause. That's a wrongful termination case waiting to happen. What about a non-compete, I ask. They'll say I can't work in events. He smirks. Non-competes are shaky if the firing's unjustified. And this looks like a family power grab. You've got room to maneuver. What do you want? Money, your job back. I pause, the bead pressing against my wrist. Money's nice. My job. I don't know if I want it anymore. Not like before. I want them to feel this. I say quiet. They think they can replace me. They can't. Evan nods, like he's heard it before. Then we hit hard but legal. Start with a demand letter. List the contract breaches, key person clauses mainly. Threaten to notify clients. That'll get their attention. And we dig into this merger angle Jenna mentioned. If they're selling you, deserve a cut. A cut, I frown. You built Vance's value, he says. If they're cashing out, you're entitled to your share. Stock, equity, something. We'll find out. I leave with a plan. Evan's drafting the letter due tomorrow. I'm meeting Tessa, maybe others. But I need more dirt. I text Karen. Can we talk off-site? She replies instantly, 6 p.m., park by the river. I'm sorry, Lila. The park's quiet, just joggers and dog walkers. Karen's waiting on a bench, her coat pulled tight. She looks tired, older than her 50 years. I didn't want this, she says as I sit. Diane said we had to vote you out. Said it was for stability. Stability, I scoff. They're tanking the company. Clients are already balking. I know, she says, voice low. Nathan's in over his head. He called me last night panicking about the Lawson Gala. He doesn't know the vendors. And Diane, she's been meeting with suits from EventCore. The biggest event firm in the region. They've tried buying us before. I lean forward. A merger. Karen shrugs uneasy. Maybe. She's cagey. But they're pushing Nathan to lead, and he's not you, Lila. He's already dropped the ball on 2 bookings. My mind races. A merger with EventCore would explain everything, Mom's stress. Nathan's grabbed my firing. They want a clean slate for a sale, and I'm the loose end. The one who'd fight to keep Vance independent. Why tell me this? I ask. Because it's wrong, Karen says fierce. You're family, and you're the best we've got. I'll help, but quietly. What do you need? Access, I say. Emails, calendars, anything about EventCore. Can you get it? She hesitates, then nods. I'll try. Give me a day. I walk away, the bracelet heavy on my wrist. Karen's my second ally, Tessa's my third, Evan's my weapon, but I'm not ready to strike. Not yet. I need proof. That night, I'm back at my tablet, cross-referencing client contracts. Lawson Corp's clause is ironclad, my name, my role, no substitutes. Green Peaks is looser, but still usable. Summit Solutions, same. If I pull these threads, Vance could lose 60% of its revenue. I'm not bluffing anymore. I'm loading the gun. Then my phone buzzes. Nathan. My finger hovers over decline, but I answer. What? Lila. We need to talk, he says, rushed nervous. This is getting messy. Clients are asking questions. Can we meet just us? Where I keep my voice flat. Tomorrow noon, the diner on 12th. No lawyers, no mom, please. I pause. It's a trap maybe, or a crack in his armor. Fine, I say. Don't waste my time. I hang up, my heart pounding. Nathan's rattled. Good. But I'm not naive. He's not calling to apologize. He's calling because he's scared. I slip the bracelet off, set it on the table. The bead stares up, unyielding. Grandpa said it was for standing tall. Tomorrow I'll stand, but I'll also strike. Morning hits like a freight train. Tessa's meeting is in 2 hours. Nathan's in 4. Evan's letter is coming. I dress sharp black blazer, white shirt, the bracelet back on my wrist. The bead feels heavier now, not a comfort, but a challenge. I'm not just fighting for my job. I'm fighting for me. Tessa's office is a fortress of glass 30 floors up. She greets me with a handshake and a glare. Talk, she says, no preamble. What's your play? I lay it out, my firing the clauses, the chaos Nathan's causing. I don't mention the merger yet, too soon. I'm not out of the game, I say. If you stick with me, I'll deliver. New firm, freelance, whatever it takes. She leans back, sizing me up. I don't care about Vance. I care about results. You've got mine. But I need a commitment. Can you handle our summit without their backing? Yes, I say, no hesitation. It's a lie. I've got no infrastructure, no team. But I'll figure it out. I have to. Then we're good, Tessa says. Draft a proposal. I'll hold off on pulling our contract, but Nathan's out. You're my point person, or we walk. I leave my hands shaking with victory. One client secured. But Nathan's next. The diner's a risk. He's my brother. But he's also the enemy. I touch the bracelet, the bead cold against my skin. Resilience, Grandpa said. I'm not sure what that means anymore. But I know one thing, I'm not backing down. The diner smells of grease and burnt coffee. I slide into a vinyl booth, the bracelet pinching my wrist. The silver bead feels like a weight, not a talisman. Grandpa's resilience is fading, replaced by something harder resolve. Nathan's late. Typical. I sip water, scanning the door. My phone buzzes. Evan's demand letter is ready, listing every contract breach. It's a bomb primed to detonate. But Nathan's meeting comes first. I need to know what he's playing at. He walks in at 12:05, blazer, wrinkled eyes, bloodshot. No swagger now. He slides in across from me, hands fidgeting. Lila! He starts, voice low. This is a mess. You made it, I say flat. Talk. He leans forward, glancing around like someone's watching. I didn't want this. Mum pushed the vote. She said we had to streamline for Event Corps. They're buying us out. Lila, papers are signed. My blood runs cold. A merger was a theory. A buyout. That's betrayal on steroids. Vance Events, our family's legacy, sold to a corporate giant. And they cut me out to make it happen. When I ask, keeping my voice steady. Next month, he says. Event Corps wants me as lead planner, but they don't know you're the real asset. Clients are freaking out. Tessa Reed called me yesterday, threatening to pull Horizon's contract. Lawson's wobbling too. I lean back, the bead pressing into my wrist. You thought you could just take my clients. My systems. You're drowning, Nathan. I know he snaps, then softens. I screwed up. I thought I could handle it. Mom said you'd resist the sale, that you'd tank it. She's right, I say cold. Vance is ours, not Event Corps. You sold our name for what, a title? It's not that simple, he says, eyes darting. Mum's in debt. Personal loans, bad investments. She needed the cash. Event cause paying millions. I didn't know until after the vote. I freeze. Debt. Mum never said a word. Diane Vance, queen of budgets, drowning in red ink. It shifts the ground under me. Why didn't she tell me? She's ashamed, Nathan says. She thought selling was the only way out. Firing you. It was her call. She said you'd fight her, make it messy. Damn right I would, I say, but my voice wavers. Mum's not a villain. She's human, flawed, scared. The betrayal stings deeper now, layered with pity. You still went along with it. I had to, he says, voice breaking. She's Mom. But I'm begging you, Lila, help me fix this. Come back. Consult freelance anything. We need you. I stare at him. My brother desperate, not scheming. He's not the mastermind, just a pawn in Mom's panic. The bracelet feels heavier, the bead a quiet judge. Grandpa's voice whispers, resilience isn't revenge. I could crush them, send Evan's letter, tank the sail watch Vance burn, or I could rebuild on my terms. I'm not your savior, I say standing. You want me back. It's not your call anymore. Tell Mom I'm done playing her game. She wants to talk. She comes to me. No boardrooms, no tricks. Lila, please. Figure it out, Nathan. I cut in, walking out. The diner door jangles behind me. My heart's pounding, but my head's clear. Mum's debt changes things. It's not just greed, it's survival. But that doesn't erase what they did. I'm not forgiving. Not yet. But I'm not destroying either. Back home, I call Evan. Hold the letter, I say. New plan. What, he sounds annoyed. We've got them cornered. I know, I say, but I'm not torching my family. I want a stake in the sale. Equity, not severance. And I'm starting my own firm, small, freelance. Tessa's already in. Evan whistles. Bold. Risky. You'll need capital, a team. I'll figure it out, I say, touching the bracelet. Just get me a meeting with Event Corps. I'm not fighting the sale, I'm shaping it. He pauses. You're playing a dangerous game, Lila. Good, I say, I'm done losing. Next I call Tessa. She's all in, promising to bring Horizon Summit to my new venture. You're crazy, she says, laughing. I like it. Lawson's VP emails back, hinting they'll follow if I deliver. Green Peak's on the fence, but I've got time. My firm's a seed, not a tree, but it's mine. Karen sends a zip file that night. Mom's calendars, emails, Event Corps memos. I skim them, my gut twisting. Mom's been meeting their CEO for months, hiding it from me. One email mentions her debt, $800,000 tied to a failed real estate deal. She begged Event Corps for an advance. They agreed if I was out. I closed the laptop sick. Mom traded me for a lifeline. Nathan's not lying. I don't sleep. The bracelet stays on the bead, a constant pressure. Grandpa's words shift. Resilience is choosing who you'll be. I'm not the victim, not the avenger. I'm Lila Vance, and I'm building something new. But first I need answers. From Mom. I text her, tomorrow, 7 p.m. My place, just us, no excuses. She replies instantly, I'll be there. No apologies, no warmth. Fine, I'm ready. Morning comes. I meet Evan at his office. He's got a draft proposal for Event Corps 10% equity for me, plus a consulting role during the transition. They'll balk, he warns. But your client leverage is strong. Tessa's threat alone could sway them. Then let's push, I say. I'm not begging. I spend the day sketching my firm's outline. A name, Beacon Events. Small, agile client first. I call Jenna, who's thrilled. I'm in, she says. Part-time, but I've got contacts. 2 vendors from Vance text offering freelance work. The pieces are falling into place. Not fast, not easy, but real. By 6 p.m., I'm nervous. Mum's coming. I tidy the loft. Set out coffee slip, the bracelet off. The bead sits on the counter watching. I don't need it tonight. I need truth. When the doorbell rings, my heart lurches. This isn't a fight. It's a reckoning. The doorbell chimes sharp and final. I open the door and there's Mom Diane Vance, Queen of Control, standing in my loft's dim light. No power suit tonight. just a grey sweater hair, loose eyes, tired. She looks small, human, not the woman who fired me, not yet. I gesture to the couch, sit. She does, hands clasped tight. The coffee I set out steams untouched. The bracelet's bead glints on the counter, a silent witness. I don't wear it. I don't need Grandpa's ghost for this. I need me. Why, I ask, voice low, steady. Why'd you do it? Mom, the truth. She flinches like the word truth stings. Lila. She starts, then stops staring at her hands. I was drowning, 800,000 in debt. Bad deals, stupid risks. I couldn't tell you. I was ashamed. Ashamed, I lean forward, anger flaring. You sold our company. You sold me. For money. Not just money, she says, voice cracking, survival. Event Corps offered a way out. But they wanted a clean deal. No resistance. You'd have fought it. Damn right, I snap. Vance is our name, our legacy. You think I'd let it go without a fight? I know, she says, eyes wet. That's why I did it. I thought, if you were out, it'd be easier, cleaner. I was wrong, Lila. So wrong. Her words hit hard. Not like a blade, but a bruise. She's not a monster. She's broken, scared, flawed. Like me. I think of Nathan, his panic at the diner. Of Karen's email, her guilt. They're not evil. They're just human. And they hurt me, badly. You didn't just fire me, I say quiet now. You erased me. 6 years, Mom. Every late night, every saved event, every client I won. You threw it away. And you didn't even talk to me. She sobs, a small, choked sound. I couldn't. I was afraid you'd hate me, like you do now. I don't answer. Do I hate her? I did yesterday. Now it's messier. Pain, pity, love, all tangled. The bead on the counter catches my eye. Resilience is choosing who you'll be. I'm choosing. But it's not easy. I don't hate you, I say finally. But I don't trust you. Not anymore. You want to fix this. It's not just words. It's actions. She nods, wiping her eyes. What do you want? Tell me. I take a breath. This is it. The line I draw. I'm not coming back to Vance. I'm starting my own firm Beacon events. Tessa's with me. Lawson's leaning. I'm building something new. But the sale I want, 10% equity. I built Vance's value. That's mine. And I want you to admit publicly that firing me was a mistake. Her eyes widen. 10%, Lila, that's fair, I cut in. You know it. Event Corps paying millions because of my work. And the admission? That's for me. For closure. She's quiet, lips trembling. Then slowly she nods. Okay. I'll talk to Event Corps. And I'll make a statement. At the next board meeting. I owe you that. I lean back, my chest loosening. It's not forgiveness. Not yet. But it's a start. One more thing I say. We're family. But we're not okay. That's going to take time. Therapy, maybe. No more secrets. No more secrets, she whispers, I promise. She leaves an hour later, the coffee still untouched. I'm drained but lighter. The bead sits on the counter. Its silver glow softer now. I pick it up. Slip it on. Grandpa's voice feels closer. Resilience is healing, Lila. Even when it hurts. I'm not healed, but I'm trying. The next week is a blur. Evan sends the equity proposal to Event Corps. They push back. But Tessa's threat pulling Horizon's contract tips the scale. They agree to 8% plus a consulting fee for me during the transition. Not perfect, but enough. Mum drafts a board statement short but clear. Lila's termination was a mistake. Her contributions built Vance events. I don't attend the meeting. I don't need to. Karen texts me after. They clapped Lila. For you. Beacon events takes shape. Jenna joins as my first hire part-time but fierce. Tessa signs a contract for her summit, my first official gig. Lawson's VP commits Green Peak's close. I lease a tiny office downtown, bare walls, one desk, a coffee maker. It's not Vance. It's better. It's mine. Nathan calls tentative. Can we talk? Not about work, just us. We meet at a park, not a diner. He's quieter, humbler. I'm sorry, he says, no excuses. I should have fought for you. Yeah, I say, the bead cool against my wrist. You should have. But you're my brother. We'll figure it out. It's not a hug it out moment. It's raw awkward. But it's real. We agree to try therapy, all three of us, me, Nathan, Mom. It's a start. 3 months later, I'm different. Beacon's small but growing, 2 clients, 3 vendors, a second hire on the horizon. I work hard, but I leave by 6 p.m. I join a book club. Make a friend who doesn't know Vance. I start dating a quiet guy, a chef who makes me laugh. Life's not just work anymore, it's mine. Mom and I talk slowly. Therapy's brutal tears, old wounds, truths we avoided. She's paying down her debts step by step. Nathan's learning to lead at Event Corps, but he texts me for advice. I help sparingly. Family's not fixed, but it's healing. Like me. At Beacon's first client pitch, I wear the bracelet. The bead shines under the lights as I present. Tessa signs on the spot. After I touch the bead, smiling. Grandpa was right. Resilience isn't revenge. It's not even winning. It's choosing to rise, scars and all, and building something new. I'm Lila Vance. I fell, I stood, and I'm still standing.